as complacency. I feel that the state has presented the evidence, and this evidence should stand on its own merit. If and when this execution takes place, my family and I will be there representing the memory of Ronnie Oliver. Sandra Oliver Noblin.
Thank you. The last matter that I wanted...
Exhibit I.
Yes, please, Exhibit I. The last matter I just wanted to address you about is we had a videotape prepared with the testimony of Clyde Keenan, who was the shoot team officer on the scene that night, and Eddie Peterson, who was the prosecutor. Mr. Keenan will talk in terms of where Mr. Parker's shotgun was that night, the fact that he inspected all the weapons on the scene and none of them had been fired other than Lieutenant Oliver's weapon, and that the shotgun was locked in the rack. He took the key and it couldn't get out. As well as Mr. Peterson will testify, or in this videotape will talk about Mr. Davis and the part he played in the trial, and that he gave no indication that he was making any of this up, and the circumstances of how he came to testify. This is the only copy I have. We'll have to make a copy for the defense, but due to the length of time, we could not put them on live.
Okay, can I have that copy, and you can still make a copy for the defense?
This is the only one. I don't think we have another copy. There's a written transcript, I know, that we could provide, but this is the videotape. And
that'd be fine. Go ahead and give it to me, and get them a copy of it.
I will do that.
This is Exhibit J.
Do I have any time left?
You have a minute and a half.
Okay, that's all I need. Thank you. First of all, thank you for allowing us to present this matter to the governor. I think there's been a lot of things in the press that have quite frankly misstated the facts of this case. We've been unable to make a statement to the public due to the fact that there was litigation pending. This is the only chance we've had to be able to provide this information to the governor and to the people of the state of Tennessee. Mr. Workman killed Ronnie Oliver. All the testimony, all the talk about friendly fire, about trying to blame other people, about trying to blame his lawyers is just that, just a bunch of hot air. There was no friendly fire, because to have friendly fire, you have to have more than one person firing. And the proof in this case is there was no other police officer firing a gun out there other than Lieutenant Oliver. He didn't shoot himself. Mr. Stoddard didn't shoot. Mr. Parker didn't shoot. There is no other friendly fire suspect. That bullet, the bullet that killed Ronnie Oliver, came from the gun of Phillip Workman. Whether he likes it or not, he killed Ronnie Oliver. The fact of the matter is, had he been a better shot, he would have killed two other police officers there. He shot at everything that was blue. He does not deserve clemency, and we ask the governor to consider this very carefully and look past the hype and look at the facts, because there's a long history of this case in writing from transcripts from Mr. Workman's own mouth, and those prove him wrong.
Okay. And you had a request.
I actually have one request that my client, whose life is at stake, should be allowed to. I ask that Phillip Workman be allowed to make comments here. His life is at stake.
How long will his comments be?
5 minutes? 15?
No. We agreed on time limitations. That's, and if you,
Well,
you were aware of that the entire time. That's too long.
Well, sir, then I would ask that you would set a time. And I understand that this is rushed, but I have to protest that we don't have the ability to cross-examine, especially with some of the things that I've heard here today.
I understand that.
Well, I want to be very clear that I'm formally protesting the fairness of this if we cannot make any comments after the state, especially since my client's life is at stake and we carry the burden here.
Mr. Campbell, what do you say about Mr. Workman speaking?
Your Honor, I told Mr. Dorsey that I did not object to him making a statement. Again, I don't necessarily know if that was then basically an unlimited forum here.
I'm concerned about that. I mean, just a short statement, we can talk about that.
But I do not object to him making a statement.
Well, it'll take no longer than 10 minutes. Thank you, sir.
First off, I'd like to thank you and for allowing us to be here, present this, and also apologize that any of us have to be here. And of course, for my actions in creating the incident that brought all this about almost 19 years ago. I'd like to apologize